They shaved my grandmother's beautiful long hair in front of thousands of screaming people. She was in shock, paralyzed, and passed away soon after. These aren't the words you'd expect to hear from the founder of a $2 million Shopify jewelry empire. But Angela's extraordinary journey from the shadows of China's Cultural Revolution to e-commerce success is anything but ordinary. This is the story of Angela Wright, founder of Azura Jewelry, and today, I'm breaking down the exact strategy she used to dominate the hyper-competitive jewelry market with zero ad spend. But before we dive into Angela's business and her strategies, you must first understand where she came from, because her journey is absolutely crazy. Angela was born in China to a family that was politically persecuted by the Chinese Communist government for over a decade. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Cultural Revolution was a notorious movement that paralyzed the Chinese economy to a significant degree. The goal was to preserve Chinese communism by purging remnants of capitalists and intellectuals from society. This included mass killings, torture, and interrogations, and as a result, 2 million people were killed. Angela's grandfather was the financial minister of Old China. He was a nationalist, not a communist. Her grandmother was the daughter of the Chinese ambassador to Japan. They were also relatives of Chiang Kai-shek, the first president of Taiwan and chairman of the Nationalist Party. Her family became a major target. The government took her house, cleared her bank accounts, and imprisoned her grandfather. And until age 7, Angela couldn't even attend school. Growing up in constant danger, she learned to make herself invisible, to put her head down, to not voice any opinion, and to blend in. She became, in her own words, very timid and insecure. But the turning point in her life came in a moment so simple yet profound that it would eventually reshape her entire life. Before her first job interview in college, Angela's mother gave her a pair of earrings. White topaz gemstones encircled by 6 black spinels that represented blooming flowers. I put them on and I instantly felt special, Angela recalled. I never thought that such a small piece of jewelry could make me sit taller and walk out the door with new confidence. That single moment planted the seed for what would become Azura Jewelry. But her path was anything but direct. After fleeing to America in 2011 to escape China's tightening restrictions on free speech, Angela earned her MBA at Georgetown University and secured a coveted role in private equity on Wall Street. But 2 years into her prestigious financial career, Angela had a stark realization. She felt like she was dying a slow death in private equity. So in 2017, while still working in banking, Angela joined my Create a Profitable Online Store course and launched Azura Jewelry as a side hustle. 18 months later, she left the security of Wall Street to pursue her passion full-time, a decision that would ultimately pave the way to a multi-million-dollar enterprise. Now, what's funny about Angela is that when I first met her and she told me that she wanted to sell jewelry, I literally tried to talk her out of it. Selling jewelry online is notoriously tough, crowded, competitive, and difficult to stand out. But Angela found a way to crack the code. During one of our first office hour sessions, a student asked me about selling jewelry on Amazon, and I hesitated. Jewelry is tricky. It's hard to categorize, tough to rank, and even harder to differentiate. But the real challenge, convincing customers of its value. I told the class, if you want to sell jewelry, you have to sell emotions and stories. And that's when Angela had her aha moment. She told me later, during one of our one-on-ones, that when I first created Azura Jewelry, it was just another jewelry brand. No different from my competitors. But after that office hour session, I decided to go all in on the strategy you taught. I started putting my story and beliefs behind my brand. Now that wasn't a comfortable thing to do, but I told myself, if I want to make this work and quit my job, I have to follow the advice of people who have succeeded before me. Now Angela didn't just rebrand. She redefined what made Azura Jewelry special. She crafted a unique value proposition, pinpointing 5 key reasons why customers should choose her brand over the competition, and she also infused meaning into every piece. Instead of just listing products, she told their stories. She added spiritual meanings to product titles, highlighted the gemstones' healing properties, and shared the inspiration behind each design. And that's when things started to take off. By the way, if you're interested in learning how to start your own online store, make sure you sign up for my free 6-day e-commerce mini course below. It's 100% free, and I guarantee you'll learn a lot. Now, to generate her first sales, Angela didn't spend a dime on ads. Instead, she used Instagram to attract over 72,000 followers. How did she do that? By understanding the algorithm. She studied her competitors' viral posts, identified patterns, and crafted her own content strategy. For example, she noticed that showcasing multiple jewelry pieces in a single shot led to higher engagement, while light backgrounds with gemstone pops encouraged more shares. Posts featuring hands modeling rings performed better than flat lays, and videos that included a quick zoom or a transition held attention longer. Rather than guessing, she tested different formats and doubled down on what worked, and it paid off. But it wasn't just about posting content. Angela optimized every detail to ensure her brand was easily discoverable. She started by refining her Instagram profile, making it keyword searchable. Instead of just listing Azura Jewelry, she included handmade gemstone jewelry in her name field, ensuring her brand appeared in searches. Her bio wasn't vague either. It clearly stated what she offered: meaningful, ethically sourced gemstone jewelry inspired by nature and spirituality. This way, anyone landing on her page immediately knew if her brand aligned with their interest. She also mastered the art of Instagram hashtags. Rather than spamming posts with 30 hashtags, she took a strategic approach, carefully selecting just 3 to 5. She balanced broad, medium, and niche hashtags to maximize reach and engagement. For example, she might use hashtag handmade jewelry, which is very competitive, mixed with moss agate, which is medium competition, mixed with hashtag gemstone rings, which is a more niche keyword. This balance helped her rank in smaller hashtag searches while still reaching a broader audience. Angela also prioritized consistency. She posted 1 to 2 times per day, ensuring her content stayed visible in her followers' feeds. However, it wasn't just about quantity, it was about intentional content. She reverse engineered viral posts by studying what performed well in her niche. And she realized that short-form reels under 10 seconds with a text overlay in the first 3 seconds had a much higher reach than longer videos. She also noticed that behind-the-scenes footage, like handcrafting a ring or unboxing a gemstone, generated more engagement than a simple product shot. But Angela didn't just stop there. She made Instagram's engagement signals work in her favor. She structured her content to maximize replays, shares, and saves, the 3 key metrics that drive organic reach. To stop the scroll, every video opened with a compelling hook in the first 3 seconds. She used trending sounds whenever possible and paired them with fast-paced edits to hold the attention. But she didn't just showcase jewelry. She told a story. Her captions highlighted the healing properties of gemstones, the symbolism behind each design, and even customer stories about why they chose a particular piece. She also stayed ahead of Instagram's algorithm updates. With Instagram now pushing content to both followers and non-followers immediately, she focused on creating highly shareable posts. Simple but effective call to actions like tag a friend who loves unique jewelry or save this for gift inspiration encourage engagement, signaling to Instagram that her content was worth promoting. And by combining strategic content creation, algorithm-driven tactics, and powerful storytelling, Angela grew her Instagram following to over 72,000 people without spending a single dollar on ads. Her success wasn't luck. It was a repeatable strategy that any brand can use to grow organically on social media. Now, beyond social media, influencer marketing is also an effective way to grow a jewelry business. But instead of following the traditional pay-per-post model, Angela built an ambassador program designed for long-term brand awareness and consistent sales. Rather than paying influencers for one-time promotions, she created a performance-based system that rewarded them based on actual sales and engagement. Now, to make this strategy work, she divided her brand representatives into 2 tiers. Ambassadors who had over 50,000 followers received free jewelry every quarter and earned a commission on every sale made through their unique discount code. Representatives with follower accounts between 20 and 50,000 followers received a one-time jewelry package and a lower commission rate. However, participation wasn't guaranteed. If reps didn't generate sales within the first quarter, they were removed from the program. This ensured that only influencers who actively contributed to the brand's growth remained involved, filtering out those who were only in it for free product. Finding the right ambassadors was key. Angela focused on Instagram influencers in her niche, people who were already posting about jewelry, fashion, or spirituality. She searched relevant hashtags, looked at influencers who had collaborated with similar brands, and even reached out to engaged followers who had strong content. And instead of sending a generic pitch, she made each message personal and direct. Hey, we love your style and think you'd be a great fit for Azura Jewelry's ambassador program. Our ambassadors receive free jewelry and earn commissions on sales. Would you be interested? Let me know and I'll send you the details. This warm conversational approach felt organic and led to high response rates. And once an influencer agreed to join, Angela provided them with a unique discount code, something like Sarah15, that their audience could use for a percentage off their purchase. And this code served a dual purpose. It incentivized sales while allowing Angela to track performance. She monitored results through Shopify's discount analytics and a simple Google Sheet, ensuring that she could exactly see which ambassadors were driving real revenue. And to help her ambassadors create high-converting content, Angela also made the process as easy as possible. She provided a brand style guide, caption templates, and talking points about the company's values, eliminating guesswork and ensuring a consistent message across all promotions. Now, because influencer marketing is most effective when followers see repeated exposure, she structured the program so that ambassadors posted multiple times over several months rather than just making a single post and disappearing. This long-term approach built stronger brand recognition and trust, ultimately driving more sales. And the combination of these two strategies allowed Angela to scale her business with very little marketing spend and staff. Now let's switch gears and talk real numbers. Angela built her $2 million jewelry business for less than $1,000. Her biggest initial expense was inventory, which cost about $400 to $500 for her first batch of jewelry. And since she wasn't sure how well her products would sell, she kept her orders small to minimize risk. Next, she needed an online store. And instead of hiring a web developer, she chose Shopify, which allowed her to launch an e-commerce store without any coding experience. To give her store a polished, professional look, she invested in a premium Shopify theme for $280, avoiding the need for expensive custom design work. Packaging was another small but essential expense. Angela purchased custom jewelry boxes and branding materials to elevate her product presentation. But when it came to photography, she kept things super simple. If you scroll through her Instagram, you'll see stunning images, but they weren't taken by a professional photographer. Angela shoots all of her Instagram and lifestyle photos using her iPhone, keeping costs low while maintaining high quality visuals. And yes, that is literally her hand in almost every post. The only time she's ever paid for professional photography was for a couple of white background product shots. But by carefully managing expenses, leveraging free or affordable tools, and focusing on organic marketing instead of paid ads, Angela was able to launch and scale her jewelry business with minimal upfront costs. And her margins, they are absolutely insane. Her net margins, and yes, I'm talking about net, not gross, are over 70%. That means for every $100 in revenue, she keeps $70 after all expenses. Now, Angela's success proves that you don't need paid ads, a massive budget, or an MBA to succeed in e-commerce. You just need strategy, persistence, and the ability to adapt. So if you've been waiting for the right moment to start your own business, consider this your sign. Now, if you've been inspired by Angela's story, watch this video next on exactly what I would do if I were to start an online store today from complete scratch.